So that good morning, good morning, good morning. I tell y'all, man, I'm gonna get up and do it right away. It ain't getting done. All right. There we go. All right, start with our 4 basic cards. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Getting right into it. I don't know about y'all, but I got a full moon hangover. Super active this weekend. It was crazy. Not just one, it's a bunch. Hiding your true self. It was a fun weekend though. It was a fun weekend. It's raining today, so I don't know what's going to go on today. We shall see, we shall see. I'm not going to tell you about the past life energy yet. Trying not to get triggered by people already this morning. I had to leave that damn witches group, feisty witch group. You just call yourselves bitches, man, for real. Oh, respect everybody's opinion except for witches who believe in karma and the threefold law. And I'm like, dude, it ain't even got nothing to do with karma or the threefold law. It's Newton's law. It's science. It's universal laws. It's the law of attraction. I'm like, you know, it would be one thing if it was just the read and the, threefold law in that one book that everybody was going off of. But it's like, no. Good morning, Miss Cat. No. Ooh. Ace of Summer. Open your heart to love, the beginning of a new intimate relationship or rebirth of a current one, an awakening of psychic ability and the spiritual epiphanies. Of course, it's a fairy. But it is the fairy deck. Alrighty. Because we're doing these 3 today. Let's see what we got going on. The energies on the 3D, 4D, 5Ds. It just is. People don't realize it, but when you text somebody, all you're doing is manifesting negative energy and concentrating it. And if you're manifesting it, then you become a magnet to it. I mean, that's just how it works. It's like you wonder how these people end up with these situations where they're like, oh, I feel like there's a demon chasing me. And, they have all these negative spiritual experiences and they just can't figure out why. And it's like, stop focusing on negative energy. What are you doing? It's not worth the consequences. It's like cutting off your nose just to spite your face. And then people are always like, oh, sometimes I am the karma. I'm telling you, I never known anybody who's gotten into the hexing phase and anything good came from it. I knew one woman, and now she was in one of the originals from 4 years ago, and then I unfriended her and lost her after I crashed the Draco page right before then. I got rid of her because her mother had bought a house big enough for her and her daughters to come stay with her, but she kept fighting with her mother. And then she started buying kilobitch spells off online. And now she's posting all of this openly on Facebook that she's casting kilobitch spells on her mother so that she could have the woman's house, right? And that's someone who doesn't believe in karma and doesn't believe in threefold law. She feels totally justified in what she's doing, right? And then next thing you know, she's talking about how her mom is steadily losing her mind more and more and more. Now the mother just went from arguing with her all the time to now the mom's like, she'll come home and the mom's completely trashed the house and everything else. I'm like, yeah, of course the woman's losing her mind. You're cursing her whilst living in the house with her. What did she think was going to happen? People are absolutely insane. And then she was talking about, she was getting people to pay her for curses. And then she's just like, oh, when your friend comes over with a bag with a turd in it for a hex, it's getting serious. And I'm like, what? That's just insanity. It's not worth it, y'all. It's not worth it, y'all. Watch out for groups that are totally cool and take no personal accountability for the energies that they're teaching. Sitting there telling these baby witches, oh, it's perfectly fine. That's okay. Y'all are going to get a trip out of this. A lot of transformation going on right now. A lot of tapping in and grounding passions. A lot of looking in the mirror, learning how to love yourself, personal accountability, things of that nature. A lot of transformation and refocusing. Do have these two energies here, right? Kind of like the controlling energy, the playing energy. I feel like there is a balancing dynamic that's going on right now between people who are trying to have a lot of control and people who are just trying to have fun, and they're trying to find this balance between work and play, between the energies. But I think it's coming into balance now. All right, what do we got here? Ace of Cups again this morning. Fountain of Love still on the 4D. Just a lot of love in that energy. Keep telling you guys, get out into nature and embrace all aspects of it, even the cold. Because the rest of these are all reversed. So it's like the Fountain of Love is the main source energy, but not really sure where to put it. Not sure what to say. Not sure where to put the energy, not where, I want to put my own stars in the sky, but I don't know where to put them. Waiting for some sort of justice to come out. I got the Four of Cups down here. I feel like a lot of people just aren't, when it comes to the 4D, not really grounding enough. Not really finding an energy. I don't know what the seeking of justice is. What justice are you seeking? That's what I'm saying. What justice are you seeking? Are you hexing and things? You know, if you have, that is going to come back on you. Like, you're not going to escape what you've done. It will come back. Yeah, sketch your past with the positive mindset. That will balance back out. But you don't have to do anything. If somebody wronged you, it will balance out, I promise. What's the 5D got to say on all this? The 5 of Swords reversed here. 10 of Wands reversed. I mean, just unsure about your battles. You just don't even know if you're winning or losing. You don't even know what burdens are yours and what burdens aren't yours. There's definitely a death and a rebirth happening right now. And the universe is pulling you in a direction. You know, I think a lot of the problem is what we all have. And I even said the other day, I was like, you know, anytime there's a disagreement on Facebook or whatever right now, especially in the spiritual community, it turns into this mirror and reflection diagnosis, like people just picking each other apart and trying to sound as smart as possible while doing it. And it gets very annoying after a while. I'm just getting that energy on the 5 of Swords reversed there. It's just like the feudal arguments. Like, it's not even worth the argument, you know? And I'm an Aries, so I like a good debate and things like that. But sometimes when you realize it's just the same thing over and over again, and that's how the spiritual community is getting away with doing the same thing as like the political arguments, it's just neither side is going to cave. Each side's going to just keep mirroring and projecting back and forth. And that's all they're going to talk about is, oh, no, you have the problem because you said it this way. Oh, no, well, you have the problem because you said this way. We got to figure out how to get past this, or this whole movement's going to start falling apart. At least online. It already has. The only good thing about things starting to fall apart online is things in the reality around you are going to start taking off. All right. You get the hiding your true self as the shadow aspect of what's coming in. And from the past energies, so it is, as in messages from the 5D and stuff like that, and you do have spirit guides, and you probably have for a very, very long time. And this is all about learning how to take lessons and blessings from the passages of time. You're supposed to take the lessons and the blessings, not the toxicity. And hiding your true self is stop worrying about who you were. Stop hiding behind a persona and be your true self. I've always said, if you have to walk on eggshells, then you're not within your own tribe. All right. And nobody said you have to stay in groups that make you uncomfortable or anything like that. You know, if you have to hide who you truly are, you're always going to be unhappy. It's time to activate. I love it that it came with this too. When's a chance of activating, and people are coming into their gifts. And I'm telling you, there's a lot of why everybody's made to stay 6 feet away from each other and social distancing and everything else like that. Everybody that's coming into their gifts now, if they had come into those gifts like most people did before all this, you're just suddenly bombarded. A lot of people go through, mental breakdowns and all kinds of craziness. This is giving you plenty of space to work through that stuff. And to is how to shield, and that's why I focused on shielding and everything in my last spell video. That and just the energies and everything lined up perfectly for it. So work on focusing on your shields, reflecting energy. That's the other thing when it comes to people who like the hex and curse and stuff like that. It is so much easier to just reflect negative energy back at people that are sending it to you than it is to go through the trouble and the drama of actually building and doing a hex. And it shields you from the negative energy so you don't have to worry about attracting any negative energy, right? You know, it's not all light frou-frou-y. It's hard sometimes when you put up a shield spell and then you watch somebody actively, continuously try to throw negative energy and you're just watching the shit show just roll downhill for them. You can't do nothing for them. You're just like, stop. Just stop. I can tell you now, when it all went down with those Aussie groups, that's all I did. And that was like 2 years ago, and none of those groups exist anymore, and the silver cord's still here. So that's all I got to say on that. Anyway, y'all have a beautiful day. Blessed be all those who walk these weird and windy paths with me. And yeah, I'll holler at you in the morning.